ब्रह्मसूत्र भाष्य क्लास नंबर 88।
ओम अथातो ब्रह्म जिज्ञासा जन्माद्यस्य यतः शास्त्रयोनित्वात् तत्तु समन्वयात्। भाष्य 82 पेज लाइन 3 सपर्यगात शुक्रम।
सपर्यगात शुक्रम अकायम अव्रणम अस्नाविरम शुद्धम अपापविद्धम इति च।
Moksha is not samskarya. It is not something that can be accomplished by samskara. Samskara, purification, refinement, involves either of the two things. One is gunadhana, adding some plus excellences. Second one is doshapa nayana. In Brahma, gunadhana is not possible because Brahma is advitiya. Brahma is advitiya. Therefore, gunadhana, something addition is not possible. Doshapanayana also is not possible because Brahma is Nitya Shuddha. It is Nitya Shuddha. Brahma is Nitya.
Able.
Brahma is Nitya Shuddha. Therefore, there is no dosha which has to be removed. Moksha is Brahma Swarupa itself. To this it was said, true, moksha is Brahma Swarupa, but because of some mala, some impurity, that Nitya Muktatva of Brahma gets hindered. It gets obstructed. So therefore, just as you clean the mirror by rubbing, etc., likewise, some kriya, some action is necessary to make the Mukta Swarupa of Brahma to get revealed. Question was, that mala you are talking, is it satya, real, or it is mithya, false? If it is mithya, only jnana can remove it. So that possibility is ruled out. If it is satya, means something concrete, and you want to remove it by some kriya, action, please tell us that kriya, is it centered in Atma or something else? You can't say it is centered in Atma, because the nature of any action, any kriya is such that it is bound to bring a change in its ashraya, the locus where it is abiding in. Atma avikriya, change kutastha. So therefore, that kriya cannot abide in Atma. Second possibility, no, that kriya is somewhere else it is done, and Atma gets purified and moksha gets revealed. This also is not possible, because action elsewhere is not connected to Atma. Unconnected action cannot bring any change. Otherwise, what will happen? This fellow is sick and asking wife to take the medicine, etc. So it is not possible. It is not possible, and therefore say that no. For this, a Pura Paksha was there. What are the Pura Paksha? See, Snana, Achamana, Yajnopavita, they are centered, abiding where? In the body. But Atma gets purified. It was shown that Atma is not the true Atma. It is a notional Atma, one who is identified with the embodiment that is there. Because of this thing, that one Jiva who is identified with the embodiment is the one who does all karmas, and also is the one who undergoes the karma phalas hereafter. Fine? For this, quotations from Shruti were being given. Afterward, Atma in its true nature, Satchidananda Swarupa Atma, is not the doer, is not the bhokta of karma phala, and this Atma cannot be subjected to samskara. To this effect, other Shruti quotations were being given. We have seen, now we have to see that Ishavasya which was read up to Asnaviram, up to here we have seen. Line 4. We have to see Shuddham Apapa Vidham. What is Shuddha? Take Tika, last but third line, beginning. Shuddhaha Ragadi Mala Shunyaha. Ragadi Mala Shunyaha. Shuddhaha Ragadi Mala Shunyaha. Free from impurities like Raga, Dvesha, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara, all these are not there in Atma. Apapa Vidhaha, na Papa Vidha. Vidha means, pierced, like an arrow pierces the target, like that Vidha. Means here, Samsprishtaha, connected. So it says, na Vidhaha, avidha. By what? Na Papa Vidha, Punya Papa Abhyam, asangsprishtah ityarthah. So it is punya papabhyam, by punya and papa, totally unconnected. So you are talking of some purification, there is nothing to do with that. So iti apapa vidham iti cha. So now what these mantras reveal, let us see.
एतौ मंत्रौ अनाधेयातिशयतां नित्यशुद्धतां च ब्रह्मणः दर्शयतः ब्रह्मभावः च मोक्षः।
तस्मात्
न संस्कार्यः अपि मोक्षः।
etau mantrau says these mantras, these two mantras, what do they show? Which two mantras? This is whatever just now that is quoted from Shvetashatara and Ishavasya. So what do they reveal? You see, mantrau brahmanaha anadheyatishayatam nitya shuddhatam cha darshayata. If you want to take anvaya, etau mantrau brahmanaha anadheyatishayatam nitya shuddhatam cha darshayata. These two mantras reveal what? As for Brahma, it is anadheya atishaya. No adheya atishaya means it is something wherein some atishaya, some excellence cannot be added. It's swarupa only. Because why cannot be added? See, to add something, the thing must be savayava, with parts. Again, it must be lacking in something. What is the nature of Brahma? Purna, Paramananda, Swarupa, totally free from sorrow. There is nothing to be added. At the Sarvavyapi, Advaya, so there are Anadja. Again, this is for means this is to show Gunadhana is not possible as far as Brahma is concerned. Now, Doshapanayana also is not possible. Nitya Shuddhatam cha. Brahma is something which is Nitya Shuddha. Nitya Shuddha. It is always pure. Means that and that alone is there. There is nothing other than that which can bring up impurity so that it can be removed. So Darshayataha. Further says Brahma Bhavascha Mokshaha. What is Brahma Moksha? Brahma Bhava means Brahma Swarupa. Bhava here is Swarupa. Brahma Swarupa itself is moksha. Or to become Brahma Swarupa, to discover oneself to be Brahma Swarupa, that itself is moksha. Or Brahma itself is moksha. So, bhava becomes becoming. Becoming means how you can become? Make the mind get absorbed in the Brahma Swarupa. Otherwise no becoming is there. Only one way of becoming Brahma. Make the mind become just like Brahma. Make it get absorbed in the Swarupa. Get it absorbed in the Swarupa. So that is that. Bhava also means being. Being, existence, a state, condition, or a state of being. For example, Lata Bhavaha, like a creeper. Or Katara Bhavaha, timid. Katara. So, Vivarna Bhavaha, become pale. Means become pale. Vivarna is pale. Vivarna Bhava, become pale. Katara Bhava has become timid. So the state, condition, existence, that is here becoming Brahma is making the mind get absorbed in the Swarupa. That is it. Tasmat, so now he concludes. संस्कार्यः अपि मोक्षः न. Moksha is not samskarya also. Why that also? Earlier three were pointed out. See, that is utpadya etc. is not possible. Samskarya. Fine. Utpadya, vikarya, apya, samskarya. This is not possible. But something else may be possible. Why not? My dear sir, there is no fifth type of karma. All kriyas have to fit in this category only. There is no fifth type of karma whose phala can perhaps give us moksha. So that is now, he says, see.
अतः
अतः
अन्यन् मोक्षं प्रति
अन्यमोक्षं प्रति
क्रियानुप्रवेशद्वारं न शक्यं
न शक्यं
केनचित् दर्शयितुं.
केनचित् दर्शयितुम्.
Ataha. Now be careful about this ataha. This ataha is not therefore. We are prone to translate it therefore. So ataha. This is other than these. See, other than these means what? Utpatti, vikara, prapti, apti and sanskar. So tika ataha iti, last but third line. Utpatti, apti, vikara, sanskarebhyah anyat panchamam kriyafalam nasti. Becomes very clear now. Now you are able to understand Sanskrit. See? Utpatti, apti, vikara, sanskarebhya. Then these four types of actions and the result. They are anyat panchamam kriyafalam. Fifth variety of karma phala. Nasti yat mokshasya kriya sadhyatve dvaram bhave. Which karma phala other than these four kriyas is not that to become the dvara, that means the means of gaining moksha. So therefore dvaram, means of gaining kriya sadhyatve. Moksha, for accomplishing moksha through kriya is not there at all. Na bhave ityartha. That is it. Now if you want bhashya, take anvaya. मोक्षं प्रति अतः अन्यत् क्रियानुप्रवेशद्वारं केनचित् दर्शयितुं न शक्यं. अतः therefore, so that no one can point out a possible means in terms of any action to accomplish moksha other than these four types of karma phala. So say moksham prati, to gain, accomplish moksha. Ataha anyat, other than these four, utpatti etc. Say kriyanupraveshadvaram, and means in terms of action to gain moksha. Kenachit, by anyone. Na shakyam darshayitum na shakyam, not possible to point out. That not possible to point out. Now the doubt is, sir, you have proved moksha is not kriya sadhya. It is not something that can be accomplished by this thing. Then shastra will be redundant. And no fifth karma is possible. And still shastra is there. No, who is this person? Purva Mimamsaka. He says, Vedas speak of only karma. Amnayasya kriya paratvat anarthakyam atadarthana. So this is. See, look. Yes, I agree. No karma can produce moksha. That means moksha shastra is redundant. Why? moksha cannot be gained. My dear sir, moksha shastra is meant to give you jnana, and jnana only confers moksha. Tika, nanu, last but one line. Nanu mokshasya asadhyatve. If moksha is asadhya means what? Kriyaya asadhyatve. There you have to say that mokshasya kriyaya asadhyatve. If moksha cannot be accomplished by kriya, is asadhyatve, say shastrarambha vrutha. It is futile to start Brahma Mimamsa. We have wasted 88 classes. So unnecessarily, that also early morning with all struggle. So we have wasted 88 classes. This is 88th class, no? That's why I say. So why? See, Shastrarambha Vrutha means Brahma Mimamsa is futile. Why Vyasa took pain to compose 555 sutras? Not only that, Bhashyakara plus about 100, in the beginning I told 150 about Tika, some are yet to be printed. Why so Vrutha? No, it says Na, Tika only, Na. Why? Jnanarthattvadityaha. Sir, it is not Na means no. Why? Shastrarambha is Na means what? Shastrarambha, Brahma Mimamsa is not futile. It is not futile. Why? Because it is meant to gain the knowledge of Brahman. Brahma Mimamsa Upanishads, it applies to Brahma Mimamsa and Vedanta Upanishad, is meant to gain Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, and not to take to any karma which perhaps can give you moksha. It is not the purpose of the Shastra, because karma cannot give moksha. We have already demonstrated or established. Tasmat
ज्ञानम एकम मुक्त्वा क्रियायाः गन्धमात्रस्य अपि अनुप्रवेशः इह न उपपद्यते.
Tasmat means therefore. What is that therefore? Kriya sadhyatve mokshasya kriya sadhyatve dwara bhava. Tika has given dwara bhava, because of absence of any means in terms of kriya. In terms of kriya. Dwara bhava. So therefore, tasma, because no karma as a means to accomplish moksha is possible. Therefore, jnanam ekam muktva. Leaving jnana alone means muktva means vina. Without only the jnana, without knowledge. Kriyayaha gandhamatrasya api anupraveshaha iha nopapadyate. Iha means where? Moksham prati. As far as moksha is concerned, see, kriyayaha anupravesha. Anupravesha means excess. Excess of kriya means action as a means to give moksha. He says kriya gandhamatram, even little of it also is not possible. Iha means moksha prati. Na upapadyate is not possible. Thus, what is concluded? Moksha cannot be apya, it cannot be vikarya, it cannot be utpadya, it cannot be utpadya, it cannot be samskara. So kriya is out. Now he says, jnana is not an action. Now take the caption. Nanu jnanam nama, from here, page 84, line 4, vastu vishayatva. 84, it continues from earlier line, aheyanupadeya vastu vishayatva. 84, line 4. 84, line 4, avishayatva, up to here. Jnana is not an action enjoined by a vidhi. Jnana is not a kriya which is enjoined by vidhi. Means it is not something which is being asked by vidhi to do it. Why? Because drashtavyaha, shrotavyaha, mantavya, tavya, the potential etc. comes there. So that's why I say some may mistake, it is going to be explained as a, it is not a vidhi. Now the Purva Paksha, he says, sir, you are contradicting. Do you know why? You have established that karma cannot give moksha. Okay? And what gives moksha? Jnana gives moksha. Who told you jnana is not an action? Jnana is manasa kriya. It is it's not a physical action. It is manasa kriya. See, you study something. What happens? At mental level, lot of things are going on, is it not? So jnana is manasa kriya. You are contradicting yourself. On one side, you are telling kriya, karma cannot confer, give moksha. On the other side, jnana gives moksha, you say, but jnana itself is manasa kriya. Now, how do you say so? You say, Tika, connection to nanu iti, that is going to come. Vyaghatam shankate. Purva Pakshi shankate, suspects, doubts. What he doubts? Vyaghata. Vyaghata is contradiction. Vyaghata is Vyaghata dosha, they say. This is a defect of contradiction. He said, in your very statement, there is a defect of contradiction. What is the statement? Kriya cannot give moksha. Jnana gives moksha, but jnana itself is manasa kriya. So, about contradiction, very interesting stanza is available in Sanskrit. Somebody was shouting at the top of his voice, Yava jivam aham mauni. Did you hear? Whole life long, this fellow is shouting, we have to plug the ear. Yava jivam aham mauni. Pitame brahmachari. My father is brahmachari. He says, Mata tu vandya. My mother has not given to child birth to any child. Aputroham pitamaha. So, I am a grandfather without any progeny. So you are contradicting. How is it possible? So, Vyaghatam shankate nanu iti. Nanu
jnanam nama manasi kriya.
Jnanam nama manasi kriya.
Nanu, this Purva Paksha says, Jnanam nama, whatever that is called as jnana, is actually manasa kriya. You find out. So you have to do a lot of things at the mental level. So if you are not able to, you start scratching the head. Is it not? something goes in the mind only. So how is that? So therefore say, Jnanam nama says manasi kriya. Manasi kriya means a mental action or an action at the mental level. It is action at the mental level. So manasi kriya. Tika. Tathacha, therefore he says, mokshe kriyanupraveshaha nasti iti vyahatam iti bhavaha. On one part, jnana is manasi kriya. Other side, you have proved kriya cannot have access to moksha. So that being the case, say as a result of this, mokshe kriyano praveshaha nasti. Whatever that you have established so far, that in moksha there is no access to kriya, means no kriya can give moksha as a phala. Say nasti iti. This statement of yours is what? Vyahatam iti bhavaha. It is faulty. It is contradicted. It is contradicted. It is contradicted. It is a confused statement. See, fine. Listen. Now tell, jnana is manasi kriya or not? Is knowledge something at the mental level or not? Huh? Or you get knowledge at the tip of the nose, like an antenna? Yes. Jnanam is manasam, but not kriya. See, jnanam is manasam. It is something at the level of the mind. Do you find anything? At least you have understood the meaning of this sentence or not? Huh? Whether it is true or not afterwards, you understood. Jnana is something at the level of the mind. We also know it as well, is it not? That is that. Yet it is not kriya. Not kriya in the sense, it is not an action enjoined by vidhi. That you have to take. Kriya means here context. It is not an action karma which is enjoined chodana by vidhi. It is not so. So they say jnanam manasam api tika. Manasam api jnanam anvaya. Jnanam manasam api. That is, though knowledge is produced by the mind, or though knowledge is something pertaining to the mind, though knowledge is something mental, means something to do at the mental level, accepted. Say, yet, says, vidhiyogya kriya na. So kriya you have to take. See, because to gain knowledge, antakarana, vritti, etc. have to take place, kriya is involved. But what he means is, it is not a kriya enjoined by the vidhi. That is what is our context is. So vidhi yogya kriyana means jnana is not an action that can be enjoined by vidhi. It is vidhi yogya kriyana means jnana is not an action that can be enjoined by a vidhi. Why? Reason, vastu tantratva. Jnana is vastu adhina. It is dependent on vastu. It is dependent on vastu. Not only that, kritya sadhyatvacha. Two reasons are given. Jnana is vastu tantra, determined by the vastu, the thing. It is in accordance with the vastu. Says, whereas other reason is kritya sadhyatvacha. Understand this phrase properly. Krit. Kritya asadhyatva. Kriti means action. Kritya, by an action. Asadhyatva cannot be accomplished by any action. Well, again, which is kriti now? Enjoined by vidhi. So it is not something that can be enjoined by vidhi. Therefore it says, na.
No. Vailakshanyat.
Na. Therefore he says no. Why? It is not. It is Vastu Tantra and not Kriti Sadhya. So na iti. Vailakshanya. There is Vailakshanya means Bheda. Vailakshanyat Bheda between Vidhi Yogya Kriya and Manasa Jnana. There is distinction. So Bheda, there is some distinction. What is the distinction? Tika. Vailakshanyam prapanchayati. Vailakshanyam. Bheda, distinction. What distinction? Jnanasya. Dhyana. See, what he wants to establish is, when he says Kriya, Jnana is Manasa Kriya, he wants to show that, Purapaksha, Jnana is Dhyana Kriya. It is an act of meditation. Is a mental level or not? Jnana is mental, Dhyana also is mental. Need not be other karmas, etc. Is mental. So that is what he wants to establish. Who Purapaksha wants to establish? A distinction is being shown. Distinction between Jnana and Dhyana. Dhyana here, which Dhyana here? As enjoined by the Shastra. Vidhi. Vidhi, whatever that is, asked to do Upasana. Jnana, Upasana. Distinction from that. That is what he wants to establish, how they are distinct. Say, therefore he says, Vailakshana Bhedam prapanchayati means Jnanasya Dhyana Kriya Vailakshanyam prapanchayati. Shows the distinction between Jnana and the Kriya of Dhyana. So there, yeah. Where Kriya hi Nama. So there, what is that? A Kriya enjoined by Shastra, which has to be accomplished by Dhyana, etc., etc., depends on two things. What is that? Yatna, prayatna of the individual, efforts of the individual. Second one, ichha, desire for that particular phala on the part of the seeker. Is it not? If ichha is not there, will anyone take to prayatna?
No.
So dhyana or any kriya depends on this. That is Purusha Tantra. As for jnana of a thing, doesn't depend on the ichha of the individual, nor it depends on prayatna. Why? It is totally dependent on the vastu. So that is what is going to be highlighted now. This is tatra kriyahi
क्रियाहि नाम
क्रिया ही नाम
सा यत्र वस्तु स्वरूप निरपेक्षैव
सा यत्र वस्तु स्वरूप निरपेक्ष
चोद्यते पुरुष चित्त व्यापाराधीना च.
पुरुष चित्त व्यापाराधीना.
So what is that distinction? Kriyahi nama. Take anvaya. Yatra, then add vishaye ya, adhyara. Yatra, afterwards add two words, adhyara. Yatra vishaye ya vastu swarupa nirapeksha eva chodyate. Vastu swarupa nirapeksha eva chodyate. Sa kriya hi nama. Kriya hi nama. Purusha chitta vyaparadhina cha. Purusha chitta vyaparadhina cha. This is what is kriya. Yatra vishaye, about a given thing. Ya, whatever. What is that? Ya, that is kriya only. Chodyate. Chodyate means is enjoined. Do like this, is said there. Enjoined. How? Vastu swarupa nirapeksha eva. without depending on the swarupa, the nature of the thing to be taken to in terms of meditation. Means without the knowledge of dheya, that is to be meditated upon, something is being asked to do. Something is being asked to do. Something is being asked to do. Says vastu nirapeksha. Nirapeksha means independent of. Independent of. So that is independent of. Independent of. वस्तु स्वरूप निरपेक्षा एव चोद्यते सा क्रिया ही नाम. That is what is called as kriya. So that is kriya, because you are not expected to have the swarupa jnana of the thing to be meditated upon, because Shastra says you meditate upon. That's all. Because that's what vidhi is that you meditate upon. So examples are going to be given. And therefore it is Purusha Chitta Vyaparadhina cha. It is dependent on the Vyapara activity of the mind of the person who takes to this dhyana kriya. For which you say, take the tika. Yatra Vishaye means about a specific type of meditation or whatever the thing is. Tadanapekshaya eva. Tadanapekshaya means Vishaya anapekshaya or Vastu anapekshaya. Without depending on the swarupa of the Vastu anapekshaya, independent of that. Say, ya, that is dhyana kriya. Chodyate is being enjoined. So that is sahi kriya iti yojana. Sahi kriya iti yojana. That is what is called as kriya. So means it is Vishaya Vast, continuing tika. Vishaya Vastvanapeksha. Anapeksha, independent of, not depending on. Vishaya Vastu means Vishaya Janya Jnana. So it is not dependent on the knowledge of the thing to be meditated upon. Again, Kriti Sadhya cha. See, earlier what was that? Kritya Sadhya. Kritya by Kriti Asadhya. Now this is Kriti Sadhya. How will you resolve this compound? Kritya Sadhya. That's why Kriti only there. Tya it has not become there. A was there though, therefore Kritya become there. So Kriti Sadhya. Kritya Sadhya, Kriti Sadhya. And Kritya Asadhya, Kritya Sadhya. You should know the distinction. Kriti Sadhya cha kriya iti atra drishtantam aha. Illustration is being given. Yatha.
यथा यस्य देवतायै हविः गृहीतं स्यात् तां मनसा ध्यायेत् वषट्करिष्यन् इति संध्यां मनसा ध्यायेत् इति च एवम् आदिषु.
An illustration is given. Is from the Karma Kanda. Yasya yatha. Yatha means as for example or as for instance. As for instance. Yasyai devatayai havir grihitam. After grihitam, adhvaryuna. Add there adhvaryuna. It is in the tika, but you can make ready there as in your bhashya. Yasyai devatayai havir grihitam adhvaryuna syat. By adhvaryu, you know who is adhvaryu? Yajurvedi priest. A priest who is expert in Yajurveda, because he is the one who is supposed to offer the oblation. Okay. Advaryu, Hota, Udgata, Brahma. Four types of priests are there. Advaryu, expert in Yajurveda. Hota in the Rigveda. Udgata in Samaveda. Brahma, expert in all the three Vedas. He is the superintendent. So he is supervising, not whether they are kamchor or not, that way. Supervising, if any mistakes are done, he sets it right by prayashchitta. He is the Brahma, he is the chief priest. He is supposed to know everything. What Advaryu, Hota and Udgata, all things is there. He is the expert in all the three. So, Yasyai Devatayai, for whatever Devata. So Advaryuna, by this Yajurvedic priest, Havir Grihitam, what is that? He has held the Havish, the offering, oblation to be offered in the Yajna Kunda. Say, Grihitam Syat is taken for offering. Grihitam Syat means is taken for offering. Tam means Tam Devatam. That Devata mentally he has to meditate upon. Who has to meditate upon? Not Advaryu, not Yajamana, Hota. Other person is there. Say Hota, see, Advaryu is a combined thing, because they know the procedure. Who has to do what? So the whole Advaryu takes the oblation to offer. Hota, what he has to do? Tam manasa dhyayat vashatkarishan, there add Hota. After vashatkarishan, it is in the tika only, I gave you readily as Tam vashatkarishan Hota. So what Hota has to do? He has to meditate upon that deity. Which deity? To whom the Havish is being offered. Does he know what that deity is? Except Indra, Varuna, that's all. There's nothing more than that. And he has to meditate. Then suppose oblation is to be offered to Indra. He has to meditate and he has to say, Indraya Vashat. When you say Indraya Vashat, he has already meditated upon that. Advaryu, what he does? He offers the oblation. See? Offers the oblation. So therefore, Manasa Dhyaye. So Tam Devatam. Hota should mentally think of, means he should meditate upon that deity. And how? Vashatkarishan. Hota iti, for example, say Sandhyam add Devatam Manasa Dhyayet. A particular instance. So here Sandhyam Devatam, not Indra, Sandhyam Devatam. The deity is Sandhya. Do you know Sandhya? I think there was one actress. No, Marathi, I think there was Sandhya. Who was that famous film producer? V. Shantaram. So there was Sandhya. Or you know other Sandhya? Dawn and dusk. No. Sandhya Devata. Then we have to get hold of some Ravi Verma or someone to draw a picture, etc. So that is there. So there are set. Nowadays everything is in photography only. See, art of painting, etc. gone now, totally damaged. So earlier I had seen some Mulgaonkar. I saw his photographs. What? And typical features, etc. were there, etc. But there is certain deities, Ravi Verma and all that, etc. So that is, they are gone nowhere. See, art totally gone. The computer is a monster. We say it devours everything. Okay. So therefore, say Sandhyam Devatam Manasadhe. Now look here. Advaryu is ready with the Havish At the same time, Hota has to meditate. If a specific karma is taken, Hota has to meditate on Sandhya, Devata, and say that is Vashat. Vashat means you have to take that is dative case of that, like Indraya Vashat. So like that, Vashat he has to say. So now, what does he know about Sandhya? Only certain deity. Yes, certain. Indra. Little more Vajrahasto, Purandaraha, etc. That may be there. That is nothing more than that. So that's it. He has to read it. Means, see, had he seen Sandhya Devata, had he seen Indra, he had the knowledge, oh, this is like this. And then it is possible. So not that way. See, Dhyayet iti cha evam adishu. Iti cha evam adishu. Tika. Grihitam advaryuna iti shesha. We have already seen that. Where it is to be put. Grihitam. Vashat karishan. Vashat is the formula or exclamation used on making an oblation to a deity with the dative case of the deity. Like Indraya Vashat, Varunaya Vashat, depending on which deity. Here Sandhya. So that is it. So Vashat Karishan Hota. Sandhyam Devatam iti cha evamadi vakyeshu. Other example, Sandhya Manasa Dhyayet, etc. Meditate mentally on Sandhya Devata Vakyeshu. Yatha, he says, Yadrishi Dhyana Kriya. What is recommended? A type of dhyana. What type of dhyana? Vastu Prama Vyatirikta. Without the knowledge of that deity. Without the knowledge of that particular thing. Yatha Yadrishi means the Devata Prama Vyatirikta. Without the knowledge of the Devata. What is done? Dhyana Kriya, act of meditation is enjoined, which is Vastvanapeksha, independent of the knowledge of Vastu. Again it is Pum Tantra. Pum Tantra means Purusha Tantra. A good definition of Purusha Tantra will be given afterward. Pum Tantra Chachodyate. Chachodyate. That is what is being enjoined. That is being enjoyed. Chodyate says Tadrishi Kriya Ityartha. Tadrishi Kriya Ityartha. That is what is the type of the Kriya. So that means the case Kriya is Purusha Ichha Adhina, Purusha Vyapara Tantra, Vastu Anapeksha. And this is what Kriya, especially Dhyana, etc. Now the Purvapaksha says, acceptable. Then let Dhyana also be no Kriya. See what he has accepted. Dhyana is not Kriya. It manas. But likewise, why you call Dhyana as Kriya? Because it is like Manasa. It is Manasa like the Jnana. He gives Anumana. Tikakara gives Anumana. See that. Tika Anvaya Dhyanamapi. Na Kriya iti Manasatvat Ataha Aha Dhyanam Ityadina. Connection to fourth line of Bhashya Dhyanam Chintana etc. Says Dhyanamapi means Purvapaksha has accepted what? Dhyana is not Kriya. Though Manasa, not Kriya. Now you say Dhyana, Manasa and not Kriya. Likewise, Dhyana also is not Kriya because it is Manasa. Yes or no? Some catch is there somewhere. Some gadbad is there somewhere. He is not going to point out. See. Dhyanamapi, Dhyanam also. Na Kriya is not an action. Is not an action. No Kriya. Manasatva. Because it is Manasa. Why? illustration. I hope it's a anumana. Dhyanamapi na kriya is paksha. Manasatvat is hetu. Jnanavat is drishtanta. Drishtanta. That's all. So he has given an anumana. Ityadi. Say, read. Dhyanam.
ध्यानं चिन्तनं यद्यपि मानसं तथापि पुरुषेण कर्तुम् अकर्तुम् अन्यथा वा कर्तुं शक्यं पुरुषतन्त्रत्वात्.
Dhyanam meaning is chintanam. Meaning of dhyana is chintanam. The chintanam. Yadyapi manasam accepted. What is it? It is at the mental level accepted. It is at the mental level. Tathapi, even then, add that kriya eva. Add even then kriya eva. Continue. Purushena kartum akartum अन्यथा वा कर्तुम शक्यम पुरुषतंत्रत्व. So dhyanam means chintanam. Yadyapi, even though it is at the mental level, tathapi, even then, he says, it is kriya only. It is kriya. See, kriya is not determined by whether it is mental or not. Kriya is determined by the Purusha Vyapara, where Vastu Anapekshata is there and Ichchadhina is there. The will and the effort of the individual come in picture. That is where the Kriya comes. Not necessarily only because it is Manasa. So why Kartum Shakyam Anyatha va Kartum Shakyam? Kartum Shakyam Akartum Shakyam. See, upasana is enjoined. Dhyana is enjoined. You can take to it. You need not take to it. Or you can find an alternative. Suppose in puja, etc., certain samagris are to be offered. Certain flowers are to be offered. Certain leaves are to be offered. Ganapati puja, etc. is there. Suppose a specific flower or leaf is not available. Akshatam samarpayami. So for that purpose, what I accept. I told you once, when we saying some Mrityunjaya Homa was going on, see, Navaratna Simhasanarthe Akshatam Samarpayami. Who told you to that Bhagavan wants Navaratna Simhasana? Navaratna Simhasanarthe Akshatam Samarpayami. So like that. So not, it is, the provision is there in the Shastra. So provision is there in the Shastra. So that means the case. So options are akartum shakyam, anyatha va kartum shakyam can be done in some other mode. Iti. Therefore shakyam. So iti hai. Shakyam. Why? Reason is Purusha Tantratva. It is Purusha Tantra. Purusha Tantra means Purusha Ichcha Prayatna Adhina. It is dependent on Ichcha and Prayatna of the individual. Purusha Tantra. Tika. Tathapi, line 5. Tathapi Kriya eva iti sheshaha. We have added adhyara there. See? Tatha, after Tathapi, we have added in the Bhashya, after Tathapi, Kriya eva iti sheshaha. So that we have to add, we have already done the adhyara. So why so? You have already given the Anumana, no? What is the Anumana? Dhyanam, na kriya, manasatvat, jnanavat. Sir, here is a upadhi. I hope you remember what is upadhi. A specific cause for a general effect which leads to a fallacious argument, hetu, fallacious middle term, or a peculiar thing, when we are ascertaining the jnana swarupa. See, Purvapaksha says, the Brahma Jnana doesn't need Anubhava, because like Dharmavat, pramanatva, because it is pramana. So there is a that dharma is kriti sadhya, it is bhavya, whereas Brahma is bhuta. That's why that is the upadhi. Means your hetu is defective. So here also your hetu is defective. Why? See, jnanam is not jnana do manasa is not kriya, not because it is manasa, because it is kritya sadhya. What determines whether a given thing is kriya or jnana? If it is, see distinction now, if it is kriti sadhya means accomplished by kriti, then it is kriya. If it is kritya sadhya, kritya asadhya, then it becomes what? Jnana. That's all. So that you know that. The manasa is not the criteria. So manasa is not the criteria. That's why that means it misleads you for a wrong hetu. See? Kritya sadhyatvam upadhi iti bhava. Jnanam is not something that is to be produced by kriti. This is the upadhi, because of it you have made this, given this fallacious hetu. So that means dhyana kriyam uktva tika. Dhyana as kriya was told. So why? It is kriti sadhya. Dhyana is kritya sadhya. Note the distinction between kriti sadhya and kritya sadhya. So it is uktva. Tataha vailakshanyam jnanasya sphutayati. Distinction of jnana from dhyana sphutayati makes it very clear. Where jnanam tu
प्रमाणजन्यम प्रमाणं च यथाभूत वस्तु विषयम.
Jnanam to pramanajanyam. Knowledge is not Purusha Tantra, it is Vastu Tantra. And how do you get it? Pramanajanyam, born of pramana, a valid means of knowledge. And what is pramana? Pramana cha yathabhuta vastu vishayam. Pramanam cha yathabhuta vastu vishayam. Pramanam cha yathabhuta vastu vishayam. And pramana is, what is it? Pramana has the true nature of prameya as its vishaya, object. Pramanam cha yathabhuta vastu vishayam. Yathabhuta vastu means true to the nature of the thing to be known. That is what is the object of that. Means it is not dependent on the ichha and prayatna of the individual. Ichha and prayatna of the individual. And because it is pramanajanya, pramana is vastu, has the vastu as the vishaya. Therefore, the will and the effort of the individual have no role in the determining the knowledge of the thing. Atha, continuing, atha jnanam kartum akartum anyatha va kartum ashakyam kevalam vastu tantram eva tat. We'll see that.
Om Shanti Shanti शान्तिः भूरम्भास्य नलो नीलोऽम्बरमहर् नाथो हिमांशु पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदम् यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशताम् यस्मात् परस्मात् विभो तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदम् यस्मादमुष्मिन् स्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ज्ञानात् च सङ्कीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्धेतत् पुनरष्टधा परिणतम् ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् अशुभानि निराचष्टे तनोति शुभसन्ततिम् स्मृतिमात्रेण यत्पुंसां ब्रह्म तन्मङ्गलं परम् अतिकल्याणरूपत्वात् नित्यकल्याणसंश्रयात् स्मर्तॄणां वरदत्वात् च ब्रह्म तन्मङ्गलं विदुः ओङ्कारश्चात् शब्दश्च भावेतौ ब्रह्मणः पुरा खण्डं विद्वा विनेयातौ तस्मान्माङ्गलिकावुभौ